Okay, guys, I'm back for something that I have not been able to do for, what, nearly 3 months now? A little more than that? Yes. Today was the return of Dino Charge, Power Rangers Dino Charge. With episode 9, now I'm very aware this went up on Nick.com last week, but I wait for the actual TV premiere. That's just me myself. So this is episode 9 of Power Rangers Dino Charge, When Logic Fails, and this is my review of the episode. And it feels so good to be talking about this show again because this is the best Power Rangers series I've seen in a while. So we open up on Sledge's ship. Sledge is berating Fury about destroying the the tracking thing. I don't know. See, this was I don't even remember what that thing was called 3 months ago. But Sledge is getting on Fury for destroying it. Because it interfered with Poisandra, who had it and then took it and all that. And Sledge banishes Fury from his ship. Now Wrench, at this time, they've also discovered that the gold tracker or whatever, yeah, the gold energizer or whatever. Again, I forgot what these morphers are, but it's essentially empty, and that there's no way without finding the gold energy to refill it. So Wrench then goes to play this game of chess with this monster puzzler, and Fury takes the tracker, or takes the tracer, the inner tracer, and he's going to find a place to where he himself can refill this to get control of the Terrazord. Back at the Dino Lab, or whatever this is called. Again, it's been 3 months and I really forgot. But back at the lab, Riley is doing this really interesting thought about logic and all this, while the other Rangers are looking at their destroyed tracer. Kendall says, Coda says he's hungry, and Kendall says she sent Chase out for pizza, which is why Chase is not here. Riley deduces that Sledge, Poisandra, and Fury all have different means, but the same goal. And that is, Poisandra wants love, Sledge wants power, and I guess Fury wants revenge. I'm guessing, because those are the 3 things that were mentioned here. And he says that it all leads them to the same conclusion, that they all want the Terrazord, and that they need to find the gold energy gem or something with enough energy to restore that tracker. Which Kendall says that there's only one other lab that has all that. Which kind of makes me wonder, why wouldn't Kendall have all that, being that she built this lab? But anyway, so Puzzler, Wrench, and Fury go to this abandoned lab, and Puzzler sees 2 kids playing chess, and they're not good at it. So Puzzler scares them away. They run into Chase, who drops the pizza, and then Chase and Puzzler have a fight using chess pieces. Well, that's a new weapon for Power Rangers, isn't it? Chess pieces. On a chessboard at an abandoned factory or something. Anyway, the Rangers get there, and they chase Puzzler in, but Puzzler, realizing that 5-on-1 is unfair. Wow! A monster actually said that it's unfair for one person to fight 5 Rangers. And this took 22 years. And this took 22 years, essentially, to figure out. Wow, some of these villains have been dense. So basically, he continues this looping. Puzzler turns the factory into this looping puzzle, and all the Rangers get trapped in zany Looney Tune-esque things. Shelby gets he's going up the same flight of stairs. Tyler enters a door and then comes out the same door. It's the same hallway, so on and so forth. And just to really mess around, Puzzler actually turns the air conditioning all the way up to make it freezing cold. Now at this time, while still trying to find his way out of the maze, Coda, who's hungry, finds this vending machine with a cookie inside. Now Riley has then deducted through his logic that Puzzler did not bother to change the air vents, and that he basically used the air vents to get out, and he tries to contact the other Rangers, but essentially their communicators have frozen. So Riley, on his way out, he manages to see that Fury is using that gold energy from the last time we saw this, 3 months ago. He's using that gold energy to recharge the gold Dino Tracer or whatever it's called. Again, it's been 3 months. I don't really remember what these are called anymore. But so Riley sees that, and then he gets out, and Fury's going to go find the Terrazord because he knows where it is. Kendall tells Riley that he needs to do the logical thing and get that Tracer back from Fury. But Riley doesn't want to abandon his friends, so when Fury leaves, he challenges Puzzler to a game. The other Rangers for Riley's green energy. Now Riley's actually doing two different things here. Because while he's playing this game, he's looking at the other 4 vents and knowing where they lead to, and he tosses a marble into each vent as a sign for each individual Ranger that go through the air vents and you'll escape this maze. Just when Puzzler thinks he's won, all the other Rangers emerge, and then Riley actually does win the game. Because he was playing bad on purpose to lure Puzzler into a false sense of security. So after fighting some Viveks, yeah, I actually remember the foot soldiers after 3 months. But after fighting some Viveks, the Rangers defeat Puzzler when Coda uses the final attack thing. And then at that point, Fury has released the Terrazord. And he uses it, and it comes in, and the Rangers realize they have to fight it. So they reluctantly form the Megazord Para-Raptor formation, I believe is what it is. But at that time, while they're doing this, Sledge makes Puzzler grow using the Magnet Beam, or Magna Beam, or whatever. And Fury, or whatever, and at first, Rangers are getting beat up by both the Terrazord and Puzzler, but they focus on Puzzler, do their final attack to Puzzler, sends Puzzler into the air, and thinking it's being attacked, the Terrazord destroys Puzzler and then spits out its Tracer, which goes back to Fury, and then the Terrazord goes back to the volcano where, I guess, Rexy was. Now, at this time, when Fury tells Sledge that he has control of the Terrazord, Sledge ignores Poisandra, which makes Poisandra jealous, and all this. Riley's having a conversation with Keeper in his only appearance of this episode. But then, that's what makes Keeper such a good mentor. He's not constantly around. He's only around when he feels maybe the Rangers need some advice. And he's leaving the daily mentoring stuff up to Kendall. So, it's kind of a two-mentor thing here with Kendall and Keeper. And essentially, everything's resolved. Coda finally gets his meal. And Riley has a conversation with Tyler about seeing the gold energy coming out of Fury. And they both come to the conclusion that they have to do whatever it takes to free that gold energy. And that's really how this episode ends. Like the other 8 episodes, this was a strong episode. I could have done without the Coda being hungry thing, but apparently, due to the fact that the Sentai counterpart to this episode was a Blue Ranger focused episode, they added it so Coda could have some good screen time. But, again, 75% of this, like with most of these episodes, have been American-made, with only the battle scenes being from the Sentai footage. That's another thing that's making Dino Charge so good. It's not relying as much on the Sentai footage. Now, I don't know much about Super Sentai either way, but the fact that at least it's not focusing on the Sentai footage as much is a good sign to me. Now, the next episode is called The Royal Rangers, and that deals with the Rangers through a synopsis. They're going to find the Gold Energy Gem next week. That could be a very interesting thing, because I think that's when we're finally going to find the Gold Ranger, which I have a feeling is trapped inside Fury. I think the Gold Ranger is what that Gold Energy is. But we'll find out for sure probably next week, because next week at the general time 6 Rangers start to show up between the 10th and 12th episode of a season. I know that this season is only going to be 20 episodes, so it'll really be half the season, but of the entire series, it'll be a quarter, which is generally when, like I said, 6 Rangers show up. But we also have besides the Gold Ranger, we have 2 other Rangers coming before this show goes on turns into Dino Supercharge, so we're going to see how that works out. So yeah, I really like this episode, and I'll be back next week of another Dino Charge review. This will be in my Dino Charge Review Series playlist. If you like the video, like button is down there, subscribe button is down there, and thank you for watching. Bye.